If you want this truck, subscribe to win it. Once we hit 10,000, I'm going to pick one lucky winner to receive this vehicle. After that, we're going to continue to give away vehicles and more products. So please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get to the fun.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be running these TRX4M tracks. I found these on AliExpress. I'm sure you can find them in many other places. They are a generic track. They do not have a branding. They are made out of aluminum and the tracks are rubber. They seem to be fairly decent. There is no retention on the tracks themselves as to hold more tension on the track itself. So I don't know if the track will stretch out very easily or not. But we're going to try them out and see how they run on the MB18. We do have 10% overdrive on these, and we're going to see how that affects it as well. The tracks are quite snug on the axles. These are a stock TRX4M axle. They don't fit on other axles. I did try to fit them on the JJRC axles. They don't fit the housings very well. They will fit the housings on the front and the rear. You could like maybe shave them a bit where the nubs for the screws are. But the out shafts, the pin is in the wrong position. So what ends up happening is you'll try to put them on, but it'll be just before the housing, so it won't actually slot into place. It'll be stuck out more like here, as opposed to be locked in on top. And the lock-in on top of the axle housing is what's needed in order to keep the track from spinning around and around. So that's why I have it on my MB18, because this is still running a TRX4M made Traxxas. This is still running on a Traxxas TRX4M stock axle housing. So I did change out the brass on the front because they are molded to the stock knuckles. So that's what that was. Really tight fit. Like I'm talking, I like pushed it in. So they can actually even hold on without having a bolt, is how tight they were. But that's what we got there. So we're going to take that out and we're going to do a running video and see how they hold up on different things. Keep in mind that tracks work a lot differently from tires. They're not really meant for rock crawling. Yes, they can go up hills and things like that, but as soon as you start getting into rock crawling type features, you can run into problems where the track can get pushed off of its track. So, you know, take that into consideration. It's a track vehicle now. When you do this is good for sand, dirt, obstacles, obviously, and snow. Not much good for like really rugged rock climbing, but we're going to try it anyway and see what happens.
Well, guys, I tell you what, when picking up my stuff to go down back, the truck accidentally drove off of my table and it landed on the floor. Looked at it, nothing fell off. Went back down to the back and I realized that one track wasn't spinning, and like these tracks spin pretty freely. They're not stiff or anything like that. And it was still held on. I'm like, well, what gives? Well, the axle snapped on the floor. And right on the pin. So emergency stop to my local hobby shop at NRC here in Nanaimo, BC. If you're in the area, check them out. They have a lot of good stuff. Anyway, my hobby guy gave me a good price on the upgraded axles because he didn't have any of the stock ones in stock. But like, hey, Traxxas, these are really expensive for
oh my God!
axle upgrade. What gives? So, what do you get here? Let's find out. Well, we get the front and the rear. And see what the difference is. I mean, other than it must just be the heat treated steel, I'm guessing. Because, yeah. What do they say here? Hardened steel. And it doesn't say whether or not or what type of steel it is. So I can't do anything there, guys. So I need the one. So we're going to pop that back in. We're going to try and finish this video up because my wife is going to work and I have the kids. So let's put that back together. And I will show you here in a second exactly how these go on. Even the hobby store was like, here, I'm going to give you a smoking deal on these because these are probably going to sit on my wall forever, as they already have been. So that just goes to tell you this is kind of a needless upgrade. So he actually gave me 20 bucks off on those. So I wasn't paying too much. So how this goes on is these are slotted to the wheel, and they can be quite tricky. So we got to line up the hex. In fact, I'm actually going to do the other side as well, so I have something to push up against. There. Okay, so this side went on a lot easier, but this side, there. See how that kind of clicked into place? When I first originally did it, that was stupid hard to do. And this is the wrench that came with the Trax. I really like this little wrench. Super handy. It's always nice when companies give you quality needful tools. Like really like that. I can't say that enough. And all this is just going to go back in its package. I will tape that up and put it on the hanger here. Yep, everything's working as it should. Perfect. All right, now let's go run it. We actually got some sun here in the winter months, so this is a first. All right, let's see how she does climbing up this stuff. Now, we got leaves and debris in the way here, so keep that in mind. Back that up a bit. Can she make it up this hill? It's pretty gnarly. Maybe if I go a little bit slower. Oh, looks like she's going a little off track there. Oh. Might have to bump her here. Yeah, I don't think she's going to do her, guys. The hill takes another one. Yeah, she's really wants to, but ooh, that is a chilly wind. Maybe it's my foams. Almost. Oh, there she goes. Put that new driver mod on, right? Okay, let's try it up this way. That side's pretty smooth, so.
she's going to want to slide sideways a little bit more because it is a track. So anytime you get on a hard surface on a hill, she's just going to want to slide a bit. Like right there. Yeah. So you really got to pay attention to what you're trying to crawl. Yeah, it's definitely not for climbing aspect. Here, let's see how she does on K2. Yeah, see, there's not nearly enough grip on these tracks to do this type of trekking. So it's exactly as I thought. So we got a sand hill here. I had to clean up the debris. Haven't been down here yet this winter cleaning up, but we'll see how she does. Obviously a lot better than regular tires will do on this. Now here, and this is an issue for tracks. If you run under something, watch how it buckles. See that? And that's where you're going to run into a problem with tracks. That's why they're not really great for climbing up a rock. Ooh, can she do it? Grab that dirt. Let's get this stick out of the way. Yeah, we're gonna run into that issue with the bottom half there. Yeah, just digging in. All right. And of course, when you're running tracks, you're going to need a stronger servo. This servo was having issues before, and I don't know if that's because the magnets are not holding as well anymore or what the deal is. Yeah, my servo's twitching. Oh yeah, there we go. Unresponsive. Totally unresponsive. Come on, turn. What are you doing? Yeah, she's just dead. Not hot or anything, but not working either. Wonder if my battery's getting low. Take two. Camera's rolling. Get the Trackmobile up there. Track's just barely narrow enough to make it on. Second controller.
Now remember, I'm using the Fly Sky controller that the hauler came with because the ESC is actually doubles as a light kit, and it was easier just to get a second. Oh, we are dangerously close on that edge there. It was easier to get a second receiver and bind it and have two receivers running. Plus, I already had the receiver sitting around from a different vehicle. Ooh, lots of squish on those tires. Oh my god, we're going up. Going up. Nice, made it. So the sway bars on the rear axle is definitely doing their job. Whoa, she's tilting. Oh, nice. She kept it. All right. I would say that is successful for this truck, 100%. How does she drive through the gravel? Pretty easily. Drive up our ramp. Go through that little ditch there. Can she get up this dirt hill? Let's find out. Oh, caught on the edge of the wall there. There we go. So, pretty interesting. I really like it. It means definitely something to be said about being different from tires. See if we can come back up the other way. No problem. Over the chunk of wood. There we go. Very good. That's my phone, yes.
Daddy's.
That is Daddy's, yes. So all in all, these tracks are actually really awesome. I do need to replace that servo. Still got to replace it. It's just can't get away from it. That thing's got to come out, and I got to get a new one. But the tracks, as far as tracks go, they're awesome. They do have climbing ability, but don't expect them to be a huge upgrade towards tires. These are meant to give you tracking, like driving with tracks through snow, dirt, sand, that kind of thing. They're a lot of fun to drive with. They are about $90 Canadian, whatever that works out to be US dollars. I don't know, like $3. But yeah, pretty cool. Really like them. Pretty good investment.
I was going to buy these for a 10th scale, but $200 was just too much. I'd rather spend $100 and see how I liked it. So if this is your type of thing, totally just go ahead and do it. You will love them and you'll have a lot of fun when you want. But remember, they only work on the TRX4M stock setup on your drive shaft or your axle, sorry. So that all has to be pretty much like plain Jane, the plastic cups or something similar to it. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Until next time.
Hello guys.